when you're working on something good. But if it's really good, you're gonna need a bigger room.
Hello, it's Dexter and me again. Though I am going to have a word with that boy about his sleeping habits. He's really lazy these days. Takes after me probably. Anyway, in today's video, with Christmas approaching, I thought I'd talk about kit lenses. And the reason being that if somebody's going to have a new camera for Christmas, perhaps they're starting out or upgrading from their phone or a point and shoot type camera, the recommendation I would make, and have made for a while now, is to get the Fuji X-T20. I think it's probably the best starter camera you can get. I haven't seen Fuji's X-T100, but I doubt it's as good as the X-T20. And of course, with that then, if you just start, you're probably going to get the kit lens that's going to come with the camera. Now, Fuji make 3 kit lenses, starter kit lenses really, and that's the 15 to 45 that comes bundled with the X-T100. And then there's the lenses that can come bundled with your X-T20, and those are the 16 to 50, that's an XC or consumer grade lens, and the 18 to 55. And when I bought my X-T20, I didn't do an awful lot of research, to be honest, and I listened to the man in the shop who said, don't get the 16 to 50, get the 18 to 55, it's a much better lens. I thought, yeah, the extra couple of mils at the wide end isn't really going to affect me that much. But what really attracted me to the 18 to 55 was the fast apertures. It's an f2.8 to 4 lens, which for a kit lens is a really usable aperture range. And to be honest, with the Fuji, you've got the 2.8 up to about 20, 21 mils, something like that. Then it goes to 3.2 up to about 28 millimeters, then 3.6 up to about 40, and then you're looking at f4 from 40 on to the 55 or short telephoto end. So it's a really usable aperture range. Now, I've had a number of kit lenses in the past. My first camera was a Nikon D. My first, digital camera was a Nikon D3100, going back probably to about 2010, 2011, and that came with the Nikon 18 to 55 f3.5 to 5.6, I think, zoom lens, which was lovely. The images that lens could make were good enough, but the problem with that lens was it wasn't very fast, and also the build quality left an awful lot to be desired. Within a couple of months of pretty light use, the zoom ring was very loose. The focus ring was very loose. I don't think the lens cap would stay on it anymore, and I don't abuse my gear. I really baby my stuff, and yeah, I was very surprised at the shoddy build quality of the Nikon lens. When I got my D700 and D800, I moved on to like 24 to 70 f2.8 lenses, but then I had a Tamron one. But later on, when I had my D800, I got a 24 to 85 lens, which is the kit lens that comes bundled with the D610. And that was excellent. That was a really good lens. Again, variable aperture, not very fast, but as a landscape photographer, I'm not worried about having really fast apertures. It was surprisingly very good. And then it fell in the sea with my D800. Anyway, I'm over that now. But I got this 18 to 55 Fuji kit lens when I bought my X-T20, and I couldn't be happier with it. The build quality is absolutely superb. It's a made in Japan lens. I don't know if that makes any difference, but it feels like it's going to last pretty well forever. This lens has been used a lot, especially for video, and the zoom ring is still buttery smooth. The aperture ring is lovely and clicky and very positive, and the manual focus ring is you've got to use it to appreciate it. It really is nice. It feels like you're running your fingers through butter. It's lovely. Comes with a very useful lens hood. One thing I would say about the lens is if you're going to get it bundled with a camera. If you buy it on its own, it's not a cheap lens. It's about £600. But if you're going to get it with an X-T2 or an X-T20, that brings the price of it right down quite substantially. I've seen a lot of people get these lenses bundled with an X-T camera and then immediately put them on eBay at a premium price. I didn't want to do that because I love the images and I love the video this lens makes. It is good for video because it's got built-in OIS. So if you're hand holding for photo or for video, it's a really stable lens. As I said, the aperture range f2.8 to f4 is really useful. Zoomed out to 55 and f4, you can get some lovely bokeh with the lens. It really does belie its status as a kit lens, and as I said, if you don't buy it as a kit lens, it is quite expensive. For a couple of £100 more, you're going to get into the 16 to 55 f2.8 territory, but that is a much bigger lens with no optical image stabilization, so not quite so good for video unless you're shooting it on an XH1. Yeah, so that's this week's video. Very quick. I'll leave you now with some images and some video which I shot at Aberdyfi Falls, which is a local National Trust facility quite close to me. It's an old iron and tin works on the River Neath. And yeah, as usual, I hope you found this useful. I am kind of making useful videos lately. It's a surprise. I hope you found this useful. We'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.